blowing nose, wiping tears, crying.
This is
I
the
don't, I
real of
don't,
it. This is the muck of it. This is
I
how
know, I don't
life is.
like,
It's just like, I am trying. I'm doing everything that I possibly can,
yeah.
but it seems to be going nowhere.
Mm,
And it's like the Lord waits. It almost seems like until like the last minute. And in those moments,
yeah.
it's easy to just throw in the towel. I'm done. I tried.
Mm.
But the waiting isn't necessarily like nothing's going on.
I feel like I've been really patient,
Yeah.
but maybe not enough. Maybe.
Do you ever have periods of time when you're trying so hard for something just to feel like it is all for nothing? Whether it be with family struggles or a business you are trying to launch, health problems that don't seem to be getting better, or desires that aren't being fulfilled. Welcome back to Heaven Help Us.
Hi, I'm Melinda. I'm a life coach who specializes and enjoys empowering men and women in their relationships with their spouse, self, or with God.
Hi, I am Melena. I'm a mom of 6, twice married, a survivor of a tumultuous first marriage of 16 years, currently married for about 8 years, and a stay-at-home mom struggling to blend and unite my family.
We are sisters. As sisters, we want to explore and share ways heaven helps us as moms, wives, and members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in these crazy times.
Welcome to Heaven Help Us. In this video, Melinda and Melena talk about the struggles they face on waiting upon the Lord's timing. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe.
I just feel lost as far as direction because I know I'm supposed to do this coaching. I know I'm supposed to help people.
I agree. There's a lot of hurt and there's a lot of struggling out there, and a lot of people who don't realize that they need help, that they are struggling.
Yeah. No, I know. And the biggest thing is, I mean, when I was struggling within my marriage and within my with my kids and when I was going through that, I didn't know where to go. I didn't know to who to turn to. And I know that there's others that are like that. And I'm frustrated because I don't know how to get myself out there to say I can help,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I'm struggling with. I'm struggling with that my potential and it's this pent up um need for service and help and I just feel like I'm going stir crazy. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I watch
Been there.
I watch a lot of Caesar Milan.
I love him. He's so
I
awesome.
love the dog whisperer,
Yeah.
Caesar Milan. I
Mm-hmm.
love him. And I recently was watching an episode where he was talking about how, this one particular dog had so much energy that it was acting out and because it just didn't have that release of energy that is built up inside him.
Mm-hmm.
And they took him on like a run and they thought that was going to be enough, and he still had so much energy. They had him pull like these big heavy weights and he still had so much energy. And that's kind of what I feel like. I have so much inside me that I know that I can offer and that I can help people with, but how do I let them know, like, where to just I'm so stuck in that, in knowing how to let them know where where do people go? Where do
Yeah.
people go when they need help, right? Friends, family, I guess. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I have similar feelings. I have feelings like that about the gospel. It's like I feel like I can compare myself with Lehi, in his dream. And this is what it reminds me of. That it's like, that there is healing out there, that there is a place of hope and peace and guidance. And you just want to like shake people and just, I know where you can go to find help. I know where you can go to find peace in this crazy world.
You know, I'm not to the point where I want to shake people, because I recognize that it doesn't matter how
Yeah.
much I have to offer. When they're not ready, they're not ready.
Right.
But I know there's people out there that are ready. Are they ready for me? If am I the one that can help them? I don't know. And it seems so, that's why I'm saying it seems so silly to be so upset about not helping people. I'm frustrated, and I just have like all this pent up ability and
Yeah.
have nowhere to put it.
You want to help
Yeah.
relieve suffering.
Yeah. And I'm suffering for that because I can't do that. You know, it's been 2 years, almost 3, that I've just been plugging away at this, and I'm not a quitter. I don't
Mm.
quit, but it's such a loss at what to do.
Got to get yourself out there so that people know I'm here.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
felt,
this last year has just been crazy because of my health. And so I know that,
mm,
and that's another frustrating thing, is I just lost so much momentum of like what I was doing, that I feel like I'm like starting from scratch again.
yeah. I kind of felt that way last night and this morning. I was just
Hmm.
like going to the Lord, just like, I am trying. I'm doing everything that I possibly can,
Yeah.
but it seems to be going nowhere. What am I doing? I,
Yeah.
I, I'm not a
Yeah.
quitter either, but there gets to a point where it's just like, this is pointless. I am doing everything I possibly can. And it feels like it is landing on deaf ears. It feels like it is all for naught. It's frustrating. And in those moments,
Yeah.
it's easy to just be, to throw in the towel. I'm done. I tried.
Yeah. Well, I think about like, okay, so my one of my twins is dating, or trying to get out there and to date. And he comes and he talks to me about stuff, and it's kind of like when you're dating and you're pursuing somebody and you feel really strongly about them, but they don't feel the same about you.
Hmm.
At what point do you like just continue the pursuit, or what? At what point do you say, okay, that's enough, now I'm a creep, right?
Yeah.
Like at some point you have to like come to the realization, and that's what it feels like. Or it's like, people who go to American Idol, and they try out and they're just like, I'm not going to quit. The panel are just like, you need to give up, like you just don't have this talent. And
Hmm.
they're just like, no, I really want to do this, I'm going to keep going. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
at, there are some things where it's just like, this isn't working, like you need to try something else. And that's where I'm at. I'm just like, is this something that I'm just being delusional about? Like I'm pursuing this thing that is just not going to work. You just need to
Yeah.
let go of that dream. You need to be a little bit realistic. Does that make sense? So I'm just like, I don't want to
Well,
be the creep in the situation. I don't
yeah.
want to be the delusional, like you have no clue. You don't have what it takes to make this work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably the worst one to go to with that because I'm like your biggest fan. I'm the one who's like, you have helped me out tremendously. I don't think I would be where I am mentally and emotionally and even spiritually had you not helped me on that journey, on that healing and that going inside and seeing my own inner things that I need to work on and how my
Yeah.
own self ideas were kind of manifesting in my life. It was making things a little bit difficult.
That's what I mean. That's why it's so frustrating, because I have had um I don't want to really necessarily call it success because
Hmm.
it's your
Hmm.
success. I've helped people become successful,
Yeah.
people to move on, people to progress. I've helped people,
You've
and I
been
know that.
successful
And
in helping others to be successful.
yeah, in their own inner peace
Hmm.
and in their relationships and all of that. I have. And
Hmm.
so I look at that and I'm just like, I know I know I got it, but I'm super impatient. Yeah, at the same time I'm like, I have been doing this for 3 years and I feel like I've been really patient,
Yeah.
but maybe not enough. Maybe 3 years isn't enough. Maybe, you know what I mean? I just keep trying and keep going and just and it used to satisfy me like I feel like Heavenly Father would give me like tender mercy and give me an opportunity to help somebody. And so that I got a reminder, like, yes, this is what you're supposed to do. And usually helping you and others, because I do have others that still come to me, that usually satisfies me and keeps like I can keep going. But for some reason, it's like that's just it's not enough. It's not enough. I love it. I love helping. And maybe it's a dopamine fix. Maybe I get such a dopamine fix and I'm so addicted to it that it will never be enough.
Uh, you need more and more.
Anyways, again, seems so silly
But it's
compared
not.
to what other people are going through. And it's not about like I needed this attention. I just have this so much energy and so much heart to give. And I don't know where to put it.
Yeah, I went through similar years ago where I just felt like I wanted so badly to serve and to help others and I just felt like I was laying dormant, you know?
Mm.
And it was hard. And I was there where it was like I was crying to Heavenly Father, like, "Ugh, I want to help. I want to serve. Help me to know where am I needed? What can I do?" And
Yeah.
for a while it was just nothing. And so I get the hard. It is hard. I don't think it's small. I don't think what you're going through is so minimal because it is hard. You feel like, what am I supposed to be doing? I want to help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put me in,
I
coach.
mean, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. 100%.
No.
And I feel like, the Lord told me several times when I wanted to have more kids that that I wasn't that wasn't my purpose to have more kids. Um, and that was painful because again, there's so much love and so much I have to offer to babies, to children, to
Yeah.
whatever. And I still do that for my kids, but they're all moved out and they need me less, and that's great, and that's the way it's supposed to be. And my husband is off and gone, and so it's just me, and I'm like, I know I could be doing more, and I don't know. There's also a part of me that's just like, you were being absolutely ridiculous because just yesterday you helped somebody move who was who's going through a divorce
Mhm.
and needed some support in that sense, and you helped them move, and somebody who just had surgery, a friend who had surgery, and you went over and you served them, and I'm just like, and it was a great day yesterday.
And then you had a sister who called you with her issues.
I know. And I was able to coach, you know?
Mhm.
And so I'm like, why am I complaining? Because I am serving, but that's why I'm like, but there's something is gnawing at me and I don't
Mm.
know what it is. And why was yesterday not enough? I think it might have something to do with the fact that like I feel like I'm spending money on things that are not
Punishing.
getting me. Yeah, it's not helping, it's not getting the word out there, it's not
Mm.
um and so I I started debating on whether should I just shut my website down. But I'm like, if I shut my whole website down, like that just seems so drastic,
Yeah.
right? And I really won't be able to be found. But I just, yeah. Anyways,
I wish I had answers for you.
I think it ultimately just comes down to being patient in the Lord's time,
Yeah.
and my time is not the Lord's time. And I feel like I've done that. I mean, it's been like seriously, we're 2000. Yeah, it's been almost 3 years. So I'm just like, how much more patient do I need to be?
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the Lord's timing is. And again, am I is it time to throw in the towel? I mean, I know it's not because I gave myself a timeline of like 5 years. Like if
Yeah.
things are not going in 5 years, then maybe it's time to rethink this.
Yeah.
But 3 years and I'm just like wanting to rethink it. Even though I don't. I don't want to give up.
Yeah.
I just I'm like, give me a direction. Tell me tell me what to do. I'll do it.
I wish it were
And
that
if
easy sometimes.
the do that I'm supposed to do is be patient, then that's where I'm having troubles.
Yes.
And that might very well be. That might
Yeah.
just be like I need you to sit at this stop sign for just a minute.
Hmm.
And it just feels like forever, you know?
Yeah. So it makes me think of a couple things. First of all, how Christ's apostles were in the ship and they're like, we are going to die. Like we are on the brink of dying in the storm.
Mm.
And it's like the Lord waits. It almost seems like until like the last minute and then it's like he comes in, you know, which is hard. You have to wade through all the storm and all the muck and all the waves crashing down on you. And then it also makes me think of um, I watched a video a while ago of C.S. Lewis, and he was talking about the waiting period. How the waiting isn't necessarily, and I could be getting this wrong,
Mm.
but the waiting isn't necessarily like nothing's going on, but it's actually a refinement, a refining period, a building period where the Lord is actually building and not just nothing is happening, but he's actually
Yeah.
working miracles that we just can't see.
Yeah. In the
Hmm.
background kind of.
Hmm.
No, I know because I remember I think oh gosh, who was that? He was he's a member of the church
Hmm.
and he put out a bunch of songs and he was talking about his faith crisis. He came out and he was like he was having a faith crisis and it took 7 years and he was just like I mean how patient, right? You would think why do you have to go through this for 7 years? And so yeah, I just maybe that's what I just need to remember that it takes time. I get it. It takes time for him to put things into place. I
Hmm.
mean, I wanted to start a podcast 2 years ago, and I was like, I tried, and I was like, Lord, I need somebody. I feel like a Moses, and I need an Aaron.
Hmm.
I can't do it alone. I need somebody. And I thought, like, it's gonna happen like that, right? Just you put it in, and just but it took time for you to get to this point where you wanted, you know what I mean? Where you
Hmm.
wanted to do it.
Hmm.
And so that takes time.
Yeah, I mean, there's things that are coming down the pipeline for me, and I thought I got the date wrong. It's like I thought it was going to happen already, but come to find out, no, the Lord still had some work and some preparation and some information to give me. And so it's like, let's just get this over with. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've noticed. Um, I thought I was ready, but then I found out that there's more. There was more that I needed to know. There was more that I needed to understand. There was more preparation that I had to go
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the case for me. Like there's just more struggles that I have to learn
Mm,
along the way to get there, and I just have to be patient.
yeah.
I just had a thought that when you have a baby and it takes time for to grow in the womb, and then once you've had the baby, it takes time for them to like grow up, and you can't sit there and say, "Okay, I have the baby. Now this is all going to come together." You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It takes time. It takes time to build. It takes time to teach. It takes time to so, and this
Yeah.
is my little baby, and I just need to be more patient with myself in the process. And yeah,
Yeah. Not rushing things, not giving birth when it's premature. Because then it's like it has a whole heck of a lot more problems than,
yeah,
yeah. But it's hard. Waiting on the Lord's time is hard sometimes
yeah,
because you have to wade through the storms.
yeah.
It's not easy.
It, it reminds me of one time. Actually, my other son, has two kids, and after they were born, he like one of the first thoughts was, I can't wait to find out who they marry. I'm like, they just are born. Like,
Yes.
why are you trying to marry them off? You know,
Why do we
like
do
that's
that? Yeah.
I don't know, but I just am realizing that's the kind of impatience that I'm
Hmm.
having right now. Is I'm just like, okay, I birthed this baby, like I'm ready to marry him off now.
Gosh.
It
Yeah.
doesn't work that way, right?
No.
It doesn't work that way.
Mm-mm.
And it's easy to see that when you look at, like a human being, a baby, but when we're waiting for other things in our lives to happen, it takes time. I'm realizing the spirit is like teaching me at this point and he's saying, you you're being silly. You're being silly because this is your baby and you want to have this great celebration of marrying this baby off when we're still growing.
Yeah.
We're still learning. Be be patient in the process. This
Yeah.
is Yeah, I'm realizing how silly I'm being by freaking out that this baby that I'm creating is not has not flown off
Yeah.
and spread their wings
Right.
and taken off.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's like you said, we have to get really good at getting really bad so that we can
Yes.
learn, especially with this podcast, just learning through our own mistakes.
Yeah. I know. And I know that and I say that to me myself and to others like in so many aspects, but I guess I had I'd forgotten. I'd forgotten that
Hmm.
I'm going to be really bad about telling people that I'm here and that I'm going to run into problems and I'm going to run into obstacles trying to figure out a way to let people know I'm here, I can help you.
Yeah.
And I'm just I need to accept that I'm going to be really bad at this
Yeah.
because I am right now.
We can't start running unless we learn to walk, and learning to walk, we fall down a lot. We get bumps and
Boy, and
bruises
before
and
you can walk, you have to crawl. And
yeah.
before you crawl, you have to sit up. And before you sit up, I mean, there's just so many steps. The baby does not feel daunted by all the little tiny steps that they have to do
Yeah.
to get to walk.
That's true.
So
They're
why
not
should
worried about who
I?
they're marrying.
No, they're not.
They're like, when is my next feeding coming?
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it any less hard in the
No,
waiting
I
period.
know, but I can tell that that perspective is helping my brain. And
Good.
that's what I needed. I needed a new perspective. I just was like, so this isn't working. Why is this not working? Hurry up.
I'm ready. Let's
You're doing
go.
it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get this done.
When that would be like me yelling at my kid saying, "Hurry up and walk. hurry up and run, hurry up and get married,
Yes.
hurry up and, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
That doesn't like
That doesn't do
enjoy
anything.
every moment that they're growing up. And that's the mindset I need to be in. I need to enjoy every moment of growth and progress that I am making.
Yeah.
And I just need to celebrate that and not get so upset at what's not happening. Yeah.
So true.
So that's why I love the gospel. That's why I love the spirit, because it can teach me beyond what I can actually come up with. It seems like I came up with it myself because I came to these realization as we're talking,
Yeah.
but I I think the process of talking helped me to open up to hear the spirit whisper those things in my heart and in my head.
Yeah. And that's how heaven helps us.
Yes. Yes, it does. So what's going on? Do we need to talk about yours or do you want to? We don't have to. Sorry. I needed to get out of the boohoo
I
crying
know.
moment for myself, so I'm glad
Yeah.
you took that minute.
I don't know. There's several things that are going on with me. There's parts where it's like, okay, I've been given a gift, and I'm trying to polish that gift. I'm trying to refine it. I'm trying to practice
Mm.
it. I'm trying to get better at it and get more confidence in myself in it. And it's so hard and it's kind of scary sometimes, because sometimes I get things wrong and it gets frustrating and I start doubting myself. I start doubting, was I really given this gift? Was that just
Mm.
something I like made up in my head?
Sounds like this gift is at a baby toddler stage as well.
Yeah. But it's like, it's discouraging because I don't want to get things wrong. Because I want to do the Lord's work. I want to
Hmm.
be able to use this gift to do those things that He needs me to do.
Hmm.
And it's hard when you get things wrong, right? Because if you get something wrong, then you're kind of going down this path that you think it's the right path. And then you find out, no. And I don't know, it was just kind of crushing a little bit.
Okay, so bringing it back to what we were talking about before,
Hmm.
you even said you have to fall to learn to walk.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
when you're getting things wrong, that's just the fall. And as Caesar Milan says,
Yeah.
he's glad when a dog misbehaves because that's the time that others can learn and he can teach. They get all worked up like, oh my gosh, they bit him, or oh my gosh, they're attacking, or oh my gosh, they're barking, or they're freaking out. But he's just like, no, 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 this is good. Because when we learn what's wrong, that's just an opportunity for teaching and growth.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like I get so discouraged and I start doubting and I start
Yeah.
and like it gets so crushing and I just start thinking like I can't do this. I don't know, it's just hard.
But don't you think that if the Lord gave you a gift, that the the best tool that Satan could use
Oh, for
would
sure.
be discouragement and doubt?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh man, he plays on that.
Yeah. So it sounds like we're having similar situations, right? Like we
Yes.
know that we know we can do something, or
Hmm.
we're shown, and we're being impatient because this little gift or talent or
Yeah.
service is not growing fast enough,
Yeah.
and we're getting discouraged because we fall down. There's always the mom and the dad saying, no, you got this, and being a
Hmm.
cheerleader. And I think Heavenly Father can be that cheerleader. I think the Spirit can be that cheerleader. I
Yeah.
think friends and family that support us can be that cheerleader. And it's getting it wrong helps you to know, well, that's the wrong way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and I'm trying to get to a point where I can look at it like that and be it's like it's okay. It doesn't mean I don't have this gift. It doesn't mean I haven't
Right.
been given this gift. It just means I'm a baby at it. I'm still trying
Yeah.
to figure it out. But in the
Yeah.
moment, and I
You're like, you dumb baby. You fell down.
am, I am. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this also brings back our conversation we had yesterday that you had pointed out that sometimes I get more mad at myself for making a mistake when I shouldn't. I should just be patient and kind, and it's okay. We all make
Yeah.
mistakes. It's not that big of a deal. Let's just pick ourselves up and let's just try again.
Yeah.
So, ugh.
And you see that in your kids,
I
right?
do.
When
Yes,
they, yeah, you're super patient with your kids, and like, it's okay. You can make a mistake. It's okay, But the kids can make a mistake, and it's okay. We need to be sometimes that patient with
with ourselves.
ourselves. Yeah.
Allow ourselves to make mistakes.
Yes. I've been trying to like picture myself like Melinda 10 years from now.
Mm.
How would she view me right now? What would she tell me right now? And I hope she would just say, "You're almost there. Just keep going. Don't give up."
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Because I look at myself 5, 10 years ago when there was lots of things going on,
Mm.
and I see where I am now. I would totally tell 10 years ago, Melinda, keep going. You're almost there.
I think we all need to remember that.
Yeah. Because you are like what, 20 years ahead of your daughter? Okay, so she's 18, 19 years ahead of you. And so
Mm.
it's easy for you to look at her and say, be the cheerleader and like it gets better.
Yeah,
It's going to be okay,
yeah,
right?
that's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can see that in her. We need to sometimes do that for ourselves when we get discouraged.
We need to remember that we need to do that for ourselves.
Yeah. There's a an activity, a skill, whatever,
Hmm.
where you write a letter to yourself 10 years ago, and then write a letter, pretend you're 10 years
Oh,
ahead, and write a letter to yourself now.
yeah.
It's a good activity to do
Mhm.
to help get your brain out of the muck of just this moment.
Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe that's something that I need to go do myself. I haven't done it in a while.
We probably all need to do that. Right? We all are struggling with something. Yeah.
But I think that that's a perspective that we can have, that the Lord can give us, that can help us in the muck.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, sounds like we're going through very similar things.
Mm-hmm.
Human brains going through self-doubt.
Yes. And that's how heaven helps us.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Thanks
Okay.
for watching.